Hello, beautiful people. It's another week and another video. If you're new here, welcome. Where have you been? We've been waiting for you. If you are returning, welcome back. Thank you for coming back. So today, we're talking about something new, something interesting, but this video is in a series that we've been having for the past 3 weeks, lessons from the life of Jesus. So basically, we've been talking about some things that we can learn from Jesus' life here on earth. If you are a Christian, even if you're not a Christian and you've not read about Jesus, then you've not studied Jesus' life, then I strongly believe that it will do you a lot of good to study Jesus' life. There is an account of his life in the book of Matthew, Mark, Luke, and John, and anyone you choose. If you can even read all, wonderful, but anyone you choose, please go and study his life. If you're a Christian and you've not studied his life, or the reason why we are Christians in the first place, then I don't understand. Why not? This is a good time to do that. So this video, if you've not watched the last 2 videos, please do that. Pause here, watch the other 2 videos, and then come back to this one, because this is the third part of the series. Let's go. So we're reading from Matthew chapter 26, and we are reading from verse 36. Yes, let's go. Then cometh Jesus with them unto a place called Gethsemane, and said unto the disciples, Sit ye here, while I go and pray yonder. And he took with him Peter and the 2 sons of Zebedee, and began to be sorrowful and very heavy. Then saith he unto them, My soul is exceeding sorrowful, even unto death. Tarry ye here, and watch with me. And he went a little farther, and fell on his face, and prayed, saying, O my Father, if it be possible, let this cup pass from me. Nevertheless, not as I will, but as thou wilt. And he cometh unto the disciples, and finding them asleep, and saith unto Peter, What, could ye not watch with me 1 hour? 41. Watch and pray that ye enter not into temptation. The spirit indeed is willing, but the flesh is weak. 42. He went away again the second time, and prayed, saying, O my Father, if this cup may pass away from me, except I drink it. If this cup may not pass away from me, except I drink it, thy will be done. 43. And he came and found them asleep again, for their eyes were heavy. And he left them and went away again, and prayed the 3rd time, saying the same words. And 45. Then cometh he to his disciples, and saith unto them, Sleep on now, and take your rest. Behold, the hour is at hand, and the Son of Man is betrayed into the hands of sinners. 46. Matthew 26:46. Rise, let us be going. Behold, he is at hand that doth betray me. Now read that part, that 46. Rise, let us be going. Behold, he is at hand that doth betray me. And if you look at it, it continues. If you read down, when Judas comes, kisses him, gives him the kiss of death, kisses him, Jesus says, Friend, wherefore art thou come? Like, Jesus is so ready. Okay, so what we're talking about today is, I never know how to put into words what we're talking about at the beginning, but in the process we'll know what we're talking about. So verse 46 is where my focus is today. Rise, let us be going. Behold, his hand that betrayed me. So where we started from, we see that Jesus said he was exceeding sorrowful, even unto death. Jesus was sad. Sad. That's why they said exceeding sorrowful, because sad is too tiny a word to be able to describe how Jesus felt in that moment. Like, the moment he was born for was finally at hand. He's wanting to plan, he's wanting to talk about something, he's wanting to prepare for it. But that feeling of finally the D-Day is here, I'm really about to pass through the things that I have to pass through, that feeling. And this moment was here. Jesus is like, all the feelings of sorrow are coming at him at once. He's feeling agitated, all of those things. He was human like us, so the same feelings we would feel in that kind of situation was what Jesus was feeling. And Jesus did one thing that is our focus today. In his downness moment, in his moment of sorrow, in his moment of sadness, he went to God. And why was my focus on 46? Because when the multitude comes with Judas, He's telling his disciples, rise, let us be going. Behold, he is at hand that doth betray me. If you read only that verse, you might not realize that this is the same guy or the same man, same person that was exceeding sorrowful at the beginning. This is Matthew's account. If you read Luke's account, it says that Jesus was sorrowful, but he mentioned something there. He went to God to pray, and an angel came to strengthen him. So in this moment, in verse 46, we are seeing a man that has gone to God with his sadness, gone to God with his sorrow, gone to God in his weakest moments, and has been strengthened by God, received strength from an angel. And God was just talking to me here. If Jesus Christ, like Jesus Christ, a literal God that came from heaven and became human like us, could still have sorrowful moments, then that means it is inevitable for us to not to have sorrowful moments. There's no way we are going to pass through this. We are in this world. We might not be of it, but we're in this world. We'll have moments when we're down. We'll have moments when we're sad. We'll have moments when we feel like we can't go on. Discouragement will come. But the important thing is, who do you go to in those moments? In as much as it's great to have best friends or to have companions, people that you can talk to, people that you can vent to have mentors, to have people that, can keep you in check, can keep you accountable, can encourage you, can, advise you. In as much as you have those people, they don't and will never be a replacement for going to God, especially in that place of prayer. It's not only when you are in a good mood or only when you are happy that you should talk to God in your lowest moments. As much as people will encourage you, as much as people will be there for you, it's not going to be the same as when you go to God in those moments. There's something about God being the one, especially the Holy Spirit, being the one to comfort you, being the one to give you a word, being the one to strengthen you. A lot of times, like, I found myself in situations where I'm down, I'm just very sad, I'm discouraged, I feel like I can't go on. But the moment no matter how many people I've talked to, people that have encouraged, the moment I come into fellowship with God, like I just come into a place of companionship, a place of fellowship, a place of, just communion. I just find that afterwards, sometimes I cry. You can cry to God. Come to that place, Lord, I'm sad. Like, talk to God about your feelings. Talk to God about what's going on. Pray. You may not even have to pray for strength. If you can, do. You may not have to pray for strength. But just like when you discuss with your best friend will always want to make you feel better. When you come to God in those moments, there is no way that God will not want to do something to make you feel better, to lift your spirits, or to encourage you. He will most likely give you a word, or most likely refer you rather to somewhere in the Bible. He might refer you to somebody like David, that even in his lowest moments, God was with him. David, I don't really know what you are passing through that is as bad as what David went through. Like, David went through a lot, but even in those moments, you can see in the account, the entire Psalms, that at all times, David still went to God. In his low moments, he went to God. In his happy moments, he went to God. So this is the lesson that we are learning from Jesus today. In our lowest moments, in our moments of discouragement, in our moments of exceeding sorrow, even unto death, the first thing you should be thinking about is to go to Jesus. Yes, that's exactly, you should go to Jesus. That same Jesus that if you go to Jesus, because he has been through moments like this, because he was human like us, and he also went through sorrow. If you now go to him with your own sorrow, don't you think that he will understand and be able to help you through it? So that's our lesson for today. I hope that it is a lesson that you have enjoyed. If you like this video, please give it a thumbs up. Don't forget to subscribe and hit the notification bell so that you'll be notified every time a new video is posted on this channel. Bye, and I'll see you next week.